Shalom. Call all y'all about Shin Shah. Shalom to the elect. Now just listen, I just want to go on the topic about what Yahweh doing right now. He allowing us to see the downfall of our enemies. Hey, and it's funny, man. I've been laughing all day just cracking up at little random shit because I see what's going on in the news and seeing these Edomites turn against each other. And then they turn against each other one minute, the next thing you know, they want to help each other. Hey, like the scripture say, if a house be divided against itself, that house should not stand. But in this scripture right here in the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 14, it says, "And when you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb. And the hand of the Lord Yahweh shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies." And that's exactly what's happening right now. Now, I'm going to let this video play that I saved earlier. I was at work, but I just got in not too long ago, so let this play real quick. It says, "National stockpile dwindling as states clamor for aid." Hey man, this shit fucking hilarious, man. Hey, and before I go in on this, I've been seeing little random videos popping up and different stuff. People talking about this fleet doctrine. Like I seen this one guy video. He was talking about people being stuck in the U.S. and they can't travel outside the U.S. Hey, the next mass exodus is gonna be in Babylon. So all that fleet doctrine shit, that's for people that's faithless and scared and shit. Because if you got faith in Yahweh, I'm sure even though the scripture just said, beginning of knowledge and understanding is the fear of the Lord. You supposed to fear that He gonna cause this destruction, but understand that He can deliver you from it too. So them niggas to be talking about, oh, you supposed to flee and go to these other little places. Hey, Jerusalem gonna be wiped out too. You got niggas want to flee over there and go to Egypt and all these other little places around the world. Look, when they say the least of the flocks should draw them out, you know why I say the least of the flocks should draw them out? Because something going to happen over there in that region in the world that's going to cause the U.S. to go over there to try to back them Amalekites up. But I'm going to just let this video play and I'm going to pull out some more scriptures.
Seems like it's gotten more nasty than in the past with New York Senator and President Trump firing off angry missiles at each other. And then last night, it may be the first, the president shot off a memo using White House stationery that was probably as insulting as it gets. But behind all of this is the really important part of this, which is, what about the supplies? What are the states getting? What are they not getting? And who's responsible for making sure that they get it so that they can deliver it to healthcare officials? All right, joining us now with the latest on all of this is Scotty Hughes to pick up the story and tell us how things are going back and forth between the states, not just the inputs, but perhaps more importantly, Scotty, the supplies.
Well, that's the thing, Rick. You're right. That letter was met with cheers and groans from people around the country as they read President Trump's letter to Chuck Schumer. But it is a bigger picture than that, because just like with any crisis, minutes do matter. And the coronavirus, typical items which are usually readily available for use around a hospital are not there. And so hospital staff are turning to government officials to help get them the items they're needed to help save lives. However, governors are quickly realizing these resources are not within their own state borders and have turned to the federal government, appealing for those critical medical equipment they need from the national stockpile.
Who's in control of that stockpile, though? Who makes decisions as to who gets what?
Esau.
Well, that's the thing. We hear a lot about this national stockpile. It's actually the Strategic National Stockpile, which is located in a very secret, undisclosed location.
Which you already know, them Amalekites, they've been hoarding around gold and all type of other little shit. These Edomites, which Amalek is part of Edom also, but they've been hoarding around all these resources, whether it be oil, water, the good water too, certain food, stuff that can last for a long time, different grains and stuff like that. So they actually could really help people, even people that's homeless and hungry in different parts of the world. But like the scripture say in the book of Job, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? And there's also a scripture in the book of Proverbs that says, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And you see people mourning right now because these fucking wicked devils hoarding all the goods and shit around the earth while they hide out in bunkers that's up in space and under the ocean and shit.
Just outside of Washington, D.C., and it's managed by FEMA, which is being flooded with these frantic requests for goods from all of the states. Now, these requests are made in conjunction with a federal task force and the White House, as well as FEMA, as to what is needed best and who is actually going to deserve these different types of items from the national stockpile. Or is it better to use materials procured from from the private sector? Now, these state allocations are being made based on population, hospital coronavirus patients, risk levels, and existing state resources are the factors being used to determine how much a state gets of what specific resource it's requested of.
Governors are saying that they're not getting the right supplies.
Hold on, before I can pull this other script, let me just go back to this. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 17. You see what it says at the bottom right there. It say tensions between local governments and White House spike amid pandemic. And you know why? Hey, because it's all been written, man. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 17 says, but he, knowing their thoughts, and here they talking about Yahweh Shah, says, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. Hey, the fucking White House is brought against each other right now. They in there fighting the shit.
And certainly not in a timely manner.
Well, that is right, Rick. And there are several governors who are very unhappy with the equipment, or more importantly, the lack of equipment they are not getting despite their request, as well as this chaos and this disarray that seems to exist within the delivery system of their request. Now, there are questions are being raised as to why some states like Illinois, Massachusetts, and Maine received only a fraction of the request, while states like Oklahoma and Kentucky have received more of the equipment they requested. And you have to imagine this, the one state that is actually very happy with the whole system is Florida, who has received 100% of their first two requests, with Governor DeSantis actually praising the response and his close relationship with President Trump. On the other side, however, you have New York and New Jersey, with Governor Murphy saying his request for 2,300 ventilators was not over asking. New Jersey only received 300 ventilators in response.
Is this thing political in the end?
Well, that's the thing. That's obviously the accusation. Some would like to make it, to be honest with you. Governors are weary to publicize and to criticize because Democrat governors have become a popular target of President Trump in his press conferences. However, there is no direct evidence to say that Republican states are receiving more favorable treatment. In fact, some GOP states like Georgia are having just as much trouble getting their requests filled.
Hey, it's just what it is, man. These damn Edomites. They fighting over resources. They don't want to send certain shit to certain areas. They only want to pay favoritism in certain regions of the world, which more than likely they got their people there, and they really don't care too much about the other areas. I'm gonna go to this other video real quick too. Let me see what's up. Now, before I get into this, I'm gonna just pause this real quick.
We hear it over and over from investors. I wish I had bought Amazon and Netflix when they were first recommended by the Motley Fool. I'd be sitting on a gold.
This stuff that we seeing right now, man. This long time ago, men desired to see these same things. And I'm gonna go into this in the scripture. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 24. It says, "For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them." Hey, and we getting to see this stuff right now. All the stuff that was written back then is being manifested right now. The book of Matthew, and it's got some precepts on the side too. Matthew chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear." Because a lot of people, they can't see this. There's so many people that came to me this past week and asked me what's going on, what do I think about all this stuff. And I don't never tell them what I think. I tell them what I know. So, we'll read on some more. We'll go into this in some verse 24. I know there's some more meat in these scriptures. And the reason why we upload these videos, it ain't for vainglory, it ain't It's just talk shit about other people or whatever. It's mainly just to edify and to alert people what's really going on. And yeah, sometimes I can get on people, but it's just to correct. If you see somebody going off, you know it can, and you can say something to prevent them from missing out on what we trying to inherit. Hey, don't take it the wrong way. It's just somebody correct. Like if you see your little son or something riding on a bike and he ain't paying attention and he fuck around and go in the street and get hit by a car. You gonna before that happens, you're gonna try to correct them and let them know like, hey, you don't go this way. You make sure you stay on this side. Whatever you're gonna tell him to make sure he don't jeopardize himself. All right, here it's in the book, Luke 2, in chapter 10, verse 25. It says, and behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? And he said unto him, what is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answered and said, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And how you show love to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua says, feed my sheep. So, if you really love the Most High, you're going to be doing stuff to feed the sheep. You're going to be doing stuff to edify people, enlighten people, warning them about the mark of the beast, telling them not to take the mark of the beast, not to take the chip, alerting them to what's going on with these actual FEMA camps. A lot of people think the FEMA camps and stuff going to be set up for good because they're going to be, oh, we got the food and then the goods and the cure or whatever other shit. And they're going to go in there like sheep to the slaughter. Mainly because they've been ignorant and they ain't paid no attention. And another reason because they ain't been reading these scriptures or listening to people that's actually breaking this stuff down. And it says, in verse 20 it says, and he said unto him, thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live. But he willing to justify himself, said unto Yahushua, and who is my neighbor? And it goes on into it even more to talk about, who your neighbor is and all that stuff. But when they mention your neighbor, they don't mean the little pedophile Edomite that stay on your street. It's just talking about your own kinsmen, your own brethren, people of your own nation. Because you have a lot of own people, they'll look at somebody that's of their own nation and be ready to feud with them. Don't even know this person. They just feel, oh, I don't like the way he looked at me or whatever. Just some little silly ass shit. Not even realize this really your family. If you want to be technical. But, people don't think it like that. And that's one of the greatest commandments. Love our neighbor, love our brother. On this commandment hangs many laws. Roughly paraphrasing. Because if you can't do that, then you really can't do nothing else. You can't help your brother out, help your people out, try to be at peace, let me get this scripture real quick. Come on, I'm talking about it. It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 18. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So if it's possible, because some of these niggas make that shit impossible. But if it's possible, dwell at peace with people, man. Most out here reward you for that. Even if a motherfucker being wicked sometimes you ain't gotta react to that shit. Let them niggas do what they do, and you'll get to see them get jacked up anyway. Like the scripture say right here, and I wasn't gonna go into this, but it's already lined up for me. It's right here in verse 19. It says, there to be love, avenge not yourself. So, hey, niggas be wicked, female be wicked, whatever. Hey, you ain't even got to do nothing, because when the Most High get their ass, you going to know it was him that actually got him. Because what you going to do compared to what he going to do is nothing. And it says, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh. So, that's what's going to happen, just like with these Edomites. We ain't got to do nothing to these Edomites. We already fucking them up, because they having night terrors and shit. They see certain men putting out all these videos, and they got the records. I'm quite sure they know who lineage go back to who. That's why they got the big ass, them catacombs over there in Rome and shit. They got all that information, so they keep tabs on certain men, certain people's families, and they know who family come from. I'm quite sure they got records of to know who John the Baptist family was, who Zechariah family was, whatever. All this stuff. That's how these Edomites do. They like to go dig up all the records and hoard that shit around and use it. Well, I'm gonna let this video play, and I'm gonna just end this off with this last scripture in the book of Obadiah. This is to show these Edomites, they out here testing out stuff to escape, because they know this judgment about to come real soon. So they see their society crumbling, And everything they setting up, they seeing it crumble, just like how this crumbling right here. Said Elon Musk's latest SpaceX test fails because they want to go put stuff up out here in space, and that's how you know who the Edomites are. This is one of the main things. This is one of the main things that show exactly who they are. Because people like to be like, oh, Edom don't exist no more. Ain't no Edomites no more. Or they'll say Esau is the Arabs because he's red, which they not red. They brown. They dark brown or different shades of brown. It's only one. It's only one select set of people on this earth that's fucking red, and it ain't them damn Arabs. Let me go into this real quick. It's in the book of Obadiah. I'm going to just start at verse 1 and just read down and end this off. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And these other nations, they despise in America right now. They're despising these Edomites. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? Hey, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh gonna bring these damn devils down. He gonna put a spirit on them to turn against each other, basically self-destruct, because they think they in control the whole time. Israel, the Most High, is in control. Allowing them to do what they do, and their time is up. They trying to escape and go up to their little nest, but it ain't gonna work like that. It said, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle. Let me pull up that eagle. I always like to bring this out for reference. The Romans, what was Romans symbol? I'm just gonna type in Roman symbol, see what pop up. Oh, you got that one little bird right there. Let's see what else gonna pop up on it. And it also goes, and it got the word right in there too. I wasn't looking for it, but it just popped up. It says, and Aquila, Latin for eagle, was a prominent symbol used in ancient Rome, especially as a standard of a Roman legion, legionary known as a aquifer, I might be saying that wrong. It said the eagle bearer carried this standard. Each legion carried one eagle. So it shows who these fucking Edomites is. Now, what's the American symbol? The bald eagle. Hey, you can't get no more plain than that. The bald eagle is a large prey and a symbol of the USA. You can't get no plainer than that, man. Nah, I was gonna just end that off on that, but I'm gonna end it up for one more. It's in the book of Amos, chapter 9. So Amos chapter 9, verse 2. Because hey, some of them gonna escape. All of them not gonna escape, but some of them definitely gonna escape. But they got something waiting for them when they do escape. It says in the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Which recently, let me go back to this other video. Members of the DHS moved to Cheyenne Mountain, which is stupid. If you trying to hide out, you ain't finna put your information out there. That's how stupid these damn Edomites are.
Someone burned down your house
Let me skip it. I'm trying to see this shit.
with you inside. Do you know anyone that will do this? Who has this woman come?
March the 30th.
Let me skip a little bit of
Checkpoints now at the Florida-Alabama line, Louisiana-Texas line, and if you think about Interstate 20,
I was trying to get to the main
out of Jack the 30th.
the thumbnail in the picture. Yeah, basically, members of the DHS moved them to Mount Cheyenne in Colorado, which a lot of people was bringing out information about that Colorado airport in that area. where they say the elites like to go hide out at. And that's just one of the locations. There's many other ones. But like the scriptures say, though they dig into hell, which is talking about the earth, and they talking about down there where people say Satan at, and poking people with a trident and shit, because that's false. It says, then shall my hand take them, though they climb up to heaven. And that's when I bring them down. So they're going to go dig in these bunkers, and they're going to go up into space in these space stations. And they're not escaping. That's just what it is. You know, Lord's witness edifying, call on Yahweh Shem Shai, Shalom to the left.